Hi, everybody, it's Ms.Salazar, and welcome to Health Class. Today, we're going to talk about how you see yourself and how mistakes really happened and what can you do to fix them. Let's see. So, here we have the vocabulary word self concept. Now, self concept is the way you see yourself. Now, this could mean two things. It could mean that it's how you see yourself physically, and it could also mean how you see yourself on the inside. So, for example, how do I see myself physically? Well, I know that there are some things about myself that look I think that they look like my mom and that they look like my dad. So, for example, my eyes, I think that I have my dad's eyes, and my nose, I think that I have my mom's nose. So there are some things, some physical features about me that looks like my parents. Now, if I were to think, how do I am on the inside? So when I think about that, I think about my personality. I came up with a few words. Now, here I have some green and red words. The green words are good things about myself, but the red words are bad things about myself. So let's see. I have the word empathic. Empathic. So I think this is a green word because it's a good thing. And being empathic is putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So it's you trying to understand where someone comes from, trying to understand their situation, and trying to understand why they do what they do. So I think I'm an empathic person. Now, I also think that I can be selfish sometimes. So being selfish is obviously a bad thing. You don't want to be selfish. You always want to think about others. Now, I do understand that I can be selfish sometimes, so this is something that I have to work with. But that is why it's in red. I think this is something about myself that I need to change. Now, let's see. I have the word nice. I think I'm a nice person, so that's why it's in green. I have the word noble. I think I'm a pretty noble person. Now, let's see. I see that right next to noble, right next to the green word, I have the word forgetful. Forgetful is in red. Now, I think I have let's see. I think that being forgetful is not a good thing at all. So I need to work on that. I need to write everything down. I need to have timers. I need to have things that remind myself of what I need to do and when I need to do them, especially when I have so many things to do. So I think I'm a pretty forgetful person, and I think that's something that I need to work on. I also have impatient. I can be an impatient person. That's also bad, and that's something that I need to work on. But I think I'm a helpful person. I like to help people. I like to do what I can. So here I have the green words empathic, nice, noble, helpful, and I have the red words selfish, forgetful, and impatient. So these are some examples of how I see myself on the inside. So remember, self concept is the way you see yourself, and the way you see yourself could be physically, and it could also be on the inside. So physically and on the inside. Okay? So here we have some pictures, and I think it's important for us to understand that self-concept is not just about um it's not just about one specific person. The self-concept could really apply to anybody. So here we have some pictures of some African American girls, an Indian girl, Japanese, Native American, and some Peruvian girls. Okay, so the word self concept can really apply to anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. It applies to everybody. How you see yourself physically and how you see yourself on the inside in terms of your personality. Now, it's very important for me to discuss very quickly. Um, oh, there you go. This word, let's see if you can see this. Okay, there you go. This word that says Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. So it's important for us to understand that a lot of African Americans in the United States right now are really suffering. And it's because people are being mean to them, it's because people are just being unjust. Okay? Now, the word unjust means basically, let's say, injusto. Injusto. So right now, a lot of people, a lot of African Americans in the United States, they are they're suffering. People are being mean to them because of their color of their skin. People are being just rude and nasty, and it's important for us to understand that it's we have to be empathic. We have to put ourselves in other people's situations, in other people's shoes. So we have to be nice. We have to be respectful, and I think that the the term, that vocabulary word, self-concept, is so important because when we think about it, we think about, how do I feel about myself? Do I like myself? Do I think I'm a good person? Do I it even goes to as far as thinking, do I think I'm pretty? Do I think I'm ugly? And it's about all of those questions. And it's important for us to understand that everybody's beautiful. Everybody should be respected. We need to be nice to each other. Okay, we need to put ourselves in other people's shoes and really understand where they're coming from. Okay, so I think that's why I put the word Black Lives Matter, because Black lives do matter, and Black lives refers to African American people. So, like what I said before, African American people right now, they're suffering. People are being really, really mean to them. They're being unjust. They're being rude, and it's important for us to understand that that is not acceptable. And we need to be better. We need to be better people. Okay. So remember, self concept is the way you see yourself, not just physically, but also on the inside. There you go. So a person, no matter how small. And Dr. Seuss, the marvelous Dr. Seuss, said that a person's a person, no matter how small. So we need to treat each other better. We need to be nicer. Okay. And I really love this movie from Dr. Seuss. And it's perfect because I don't know if you've seen it, but this little elephant right here, Horton, I think that's his name, he's talking to this speck of dust. And he's treating the people in here in this speck of dust like they're people. He's not treating them differently. He's not being mean to them because they're smaller than him. So it's important for us to understand that a person's a person, no matter how small. So we always have to be respectful. And mistakes happen. Now, I understand that sometimes we can be mean to each other, we can bully someone, and we obviously have to stop that. We have to think, okay, no, this is a person, this person deserves to be respected, and mistakes happen. It's normal, it's human, that's okay. But remember, a mistake is something that is done wrong. So when something is done wrong, you need to correct it. You need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So let's take a look at this page right here. It says mistakes happen. Everybody makes mistakes. A mistake is something that is done wrong. Mistakes can make you feel bad, but you can learn from them. Figure out what went wrong, then find out how to do better next time. What do you do when you make a mistake? So usually, let's see. If I were to say, when was the last time I made a mistake? I make mistakes all the time. I make mistakes all the time. And it's important for me to reflect on that. So I think, okay, so I did this. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let me change it for next time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do something different. So that's how you have to think. You have to reflect. You have to think what I did wrong. How can I fix it? And I have to commit to fixing it. Next time, I'm not going to do it. Okay? Let's see. Let's take a look at this page. Sometimes you might not want to say that you have made a mistake. You might be scared that someone will be angry. You might want to blame someone else, and that happens a lot, even to me. Tell the truth if you make a mistake. Say you are sorry if you make a mistake. A trusted adult can help you learn from your mistake. So basically, when you make a mistake, it's important for you to be honest. And yes, it can be scary and it can be a little bit embarrassing, but it's important for you to always be honest. It's important for you to learn from your mistake. And just remember, it's normal. Everybody makes mistakes. The important thing is for you not to do it again. And the only way for you to not repeat that mistake is if you reflect. If you think, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is how I can fix it. I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Okay? So it's important for us to really think like that. And in the future, you won't have as much mistakes as you think you would have. And it's important for you because it's basically gonna take off this stress, and learning from your mistakes is gonna make you feel better. It's gonna make you a better person. Let's see. So, how can you learn from your mistakes? Well, number one, to learn from your mistakes, you need to figure out what went wrong. And number two, you need to find how to do it better next time. Okay? So when you make a mistake, you figure out what went wrong, and you need to figure out how to do it better next time. And this is your assessment. You're going to complete page 9, and it's called Learning from Mistakes from Your Health Workbook. I don't have the page with me right now. The thing is that I have the page, but it has the answers, and I can't give you the answers. But it's called Learning from Mistakes. That is the name of the page. It's called Learning from Mistakes. It's page 9, and it's in your health workbook. It's at the very back of your book. Okay? And there you go. Take a picture, send it to LMS. Make sure that you write assessment, your name, the subject, in this case would be health, and then the date. Bye, everybody.